Welcome back, everyone, to Darkest Hour with the Fallout mod. Yes, I know it's been forever since I've done any of this, but hey, hopefully I can make up for it. Right now, you may notice a little bit of a change of situation. That is because I crashed last time I actually finished the recording. Still managed to get the recording out in time, so you saw the last episode. But yeah, a couple things have changed with the way like the troops are deployed, and such and such and such and so on and so forth. But yes, still the overall situation is basically the same. We are about to finish off New Arroyo. And one way to do that is by, I decided, focusing on the units that they have basically scattered about first. Scattered about all over the wasteland. The reason I'm doing this is because what I want to do is I want to have all these units that are over here come back around and get deployed either in, like, you know, Eureka or Grand Spouse or Corvallis, so that I can use them much more efficiently. Because otherwise I will not have enough firepower to take down Marshfield, their capital. So first, before I can do that, I need to rally up enough troops, and to do that I need to take out all these guys, like this. And once this is done, I can use my transports to quickly deploy troops from one area to another. So that is the whole idea. That is the whole idea. Alright. Of course, transports finishing their mission, always good. So now we are gonna just try to get as many guys out as possible. You come back around to Marshfield. And these guys, I can transport. One of them I'm just gonna send like to Victoria. So he can, I guess there's no need to actually take all of these places because they do not have any industrial capacity, and they do not have, especially they do not have any, whatchamacallit, VPs. Because right now I'm hunting for VPs, in case you haven't noticed. Where are you going? You're going where I want you to be. Good. Alright, so they're gone. We're going to have you attack Kitimat because the special troops in Prince Rupert are way too valuable. Just going to transport them back. You are going to be deployed by rail. And that's going to take until the 15th of August, so about a month. That's fine. You are going to come ahead and get yourself in Olympia, where I have a division. And the Olympia division is going to be deployed up here. Good. So we are going to merge up as many units as we can so that we have a cohesive force, and I need less leaders to command it all. Like this. And like this. Alright, we're also getting our convoys up, so that means that we can much more easily supply our forces abroad. However, I do not know, are you auto-creating convoys? Yes, you should be. You should be, but hey. Just gonna wait until that is done, and then I can attack the enemy. Yes. Glorious combat. Alright, then you come back and you take this guy in Ketchikan. This guy is gonna take over that province. This guy is gonna take over that province and then move to Ketchikan, and you are coming through over here. You get redeployed like this. Perhaps it's better to do this. No, it's not. You are going to do shore bombardment. It's going to help just slightly, but it's still going to help. So that's why I'm doing it. And yes, so you're done with this. You're done with that. And you do this. Then you are coming back over here, which is good. Loving it. You take this guy. Really now. E. What is the hotkey for embarking? I do not know. What I know is that we're about to take them down. Take them down hard. And then the sea transport force is going to pick up the mechanized troops. Alright. methane power plant that was in industrial, I'm guessing. And I'm getting demonetized right about now because the Ride of the Valkyries is playing. Always lovely. Limited wasteland agriculture. That sounds like just the thing we need. So we need a lot of mechanics for this. Let's still use the Department of Supplies. Alright. Force A is back over here. Let's get you over. No, please. Alright, I mean, I don't think I need the rapid response group, so I'm actually just going to wait until there's somebody that's supposed to be coming here. Nope, no, not that, not that, please. Still want this to be different. Right, I should actually probably be looking at leaders a little bit better, though. Do we have a general commanding any of these groups? No, we really don't. We have a lieutenant colonel with 4 skill. So I'm going to promote him to a colonel, which allows him to command 8 battalions. And then coming from over here, oh, I mean, I do have a general, but he's commanding the Navarro base garrison. That's not exactly what I would like him to do. What I would like him to do, I guess I can have Engineer Old Guard command that. What I would like him to do is command this 10th Brigade, so that he can be the leader of the whole assault. Because, of course, that way... Alright, you actually need to come... No. You need to be redeployed. Because the whole point is that this way... Oh, alright, actually. I'd forgotten. It seems like I've got everyone set up. Because this way, I can have a general with 16 battalion command capacity leading the assault. I have 12 battalions leading it, so I'll have no problem. Even if I did have more than 16, it wouldn't be that much of a problem because I'm attacking from multiple flanks, and every flank is commanded by its own leader. So, for example, considering that Grants Pass fields 4 divisions with a colonel in charge with 8 battalion command, they're going to be fine. Over here, they're going to be fine because of Colonel McDougall. And over here, they're going to be fine, of course, because of the general in charge. Alright. And that's also industrial text. That was medicine, right? Yes, that was medicine. Pretty important. Well, what should we do? We should do probably a... Actually, these ones are already all way too advanced, so stop that. And probably just do machine guns. This requires weaponry and training, although we don't really have the good kind of people to do this. Rocket launchers. Basically the same thing. How about mortars, actually? Mortars are pretty important, but rocket launchers are the ones that we can do right now because of the timing. It's 22:48, so it's best to do this one first. Just have the maximum research efficiency. Alright. So now we got everybody set up and ready to go. Let's actually attack. I'm pretty sure that we can win like this. Yes, we can. Of course we can. So they have garrisons, they have a few regular units, but they just don't have enough. And we win. Excellent. So that is the end of New Arroyo. As a nation, we're just gonna let this guy come in and occupy it, and that's gonna mean that we can annex them, hopefully, right? Yeah, I don't see any other red VPs, so that means that they are gone. After New Arroyo, though, the question is, who should we go after? Well, would be logical to take care of the Pioneers, but the Pioneers, there's a bit of a problem. They're holed up in a... Yeah, please, prisoners. They're holed up in a annoying mountain. And, well, of course, yeah, the fleet makes contact. It's just an enemy transport ship. Let's let them sink it just to get some extra experience on these guys, and then we can quickly and swiftly and mercilessly annex them. There we are. Yeah, there's, I guess, 2 options right now that I can see. There's Gecko, and there's the Pioneers. Although, Reading. Perhaps I could go for Reading. It's not like we have any problems with them. 2.2% would be the penalty, which really isn't all that big, and we have our forces basically already in position. All right, we have an airfield here actually. So let's bring up the planes. Let's bring up the planes. Rebase. Unfortunately, I cannot fly them over Reading. So what I want to do is I want to see if they have anybody in Reading itself. I mean, they probably do now, do they? Let's check out the intelligence screen. Increase the intelligence funding. And then look at Reading itself. So we think that they have 23 infantry battalions, and we can see 11. So it's very likely that they actually have battalions somewhere in the rear lines. Despite our probably very faulty intelligence, I'm guessing that this is pretty likely. So what we should probably do is just kind of organize for a ground assault and keep the airborne units into one group, because otherwise, well, things wouldn't go too well now, would they? Well, how does this look? Mountains and forests. Forests are bad, mountains are worse. So let's try to take the forest first. Despite the fact that the mountain itself we could attack from two flanks, from Grants Pass and from Eureka, I think that we should go for the forest first, because that way, one, we can cut off their port. That's the only access to the sea that they have. Two, it's a VP, so we're going to have to take it eventually anyway. Three, from it, we can attack Reading itself, which is not a particularly bad terrain. This is plains. So if we can take Reading, that's of course the capital. If we can take Ukiah, that is 5 VPs, and then they don't have any more VPs, so we don't need to fight in the mountains at all. That would be ideal. So I'm going to deploy most of my forces to Eureka, and my navy as well. Of course, there's a lot of different countries down here. Well, little states. Washington United. Congratulations. The once great agricultural center, now a barren wasteland filled with Brahmins, is now yours. Go get some milk. Alright, so this is... Oh, as countries are getting revolts. Yeah, lots of revolts. Minus 2% descent, plus 8 manpower. That's pretty okay. So agricultural center brings manpower. I should have waited until I clicked the button so that I could have the center of the war declaration that I'm about to give to Reading fade off just by sheer nothingness. In fact, one thing that we could do is use someone as an amphibious assault. Now, maybe thinking, well, why? I mean, it's just going to wreck that unit. There's no need to do that. Well, not really, actually, because if I amphibious assault, that is gonna increase the flanking bonus that I'm gonna get. So it's gonna definitely improve our chances of actually taking the province. Okay, Night Stalkers. So this was in Land Doctrines, right? And we can get Wasteland Control. TC modifier is very good. Right now my TC modifier is stressed pretty thin. We have 155 out of 170 being used up. However, there's also the terrain warfare, which is very important. First things first, though, let's take the Wasteland Control. Especially because it does fit with the Enclave ideology. Need to police things. Alright. You, my friend, are gonna come up here, and oh, so we got a random revolt, it seems. Oh well, I mean, we've got some Marauder stuff up here as well. Perhaps this is actually the reason why I'm not getting British Columbia united. I'll have to deal with that once I've taken care of Reading, which shouldn't be all that difficult. I mean, Reading, if I recall correctly, mostly uses militias, so let's attack. Attack without mercy. Wait, hold on, what? It says I can't attack. Oh, right. Navarre base garrison. So you're going to attack. You're going to attack. Amphibious assault. And you're going to do shore bombardment. So, how is this gonna look? Alright. So they have, well, Merc. Those are okay units, and then 2 garrisons, which aren't that great, and we can destroy them. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And in fact, that's because they had garrisons in there, that means that we destroyed the garrisons. Let's keep back you and you. So 3 divisions in... All right, actually, this is Eureka. It's the place with the garrisons. So I'm just going to keep 2 units behind, 1 little regiment, and... Oh! Oh, okay. Apparently, people didn't take too kindly to this, and they rose up to protect Reading. Okay, well, now I'm at war with the entirety of California. That's, it's not ideal. We're not at war, actually, with the Shu Empire. These guys weren't actually guaranteed by anyone, which is why I didn't think that that would happen, but it happened by event. So, oops. Alright, so we've at least secured our base of operations. Alright, yeah, this is definitely complicating things a little bit, because we're gonna get sleep, protect, Reading. Oh, okay. So, if it happens once, the game sleeps the event. And actually, the enemy has an air force, right? Because there's the NCR. So the NCR actually has an air force. That's, yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that. We have actually the ability to produce air troops. Yes, we do, actually. We have scrap fighters, we have transport zeppelins, we have bomber zeppelins, and we have scrap fighters. Right, I already talked about scrap fighters. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Let's build a couple bomber zeppelins and a couple scrap fighters. Right, my motorized troops. I'd forgotten about them. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good because this means that I can take care of the rebels quite easily. Yeah, I'm still being bombed by planes, but because this is early game tier planes, they're not really all that effective unless they are supported by ground units. Like if these guys were in combat right now, this would be pretty devastating because of the air attack, but because it's just early tier planes and they don't have any ground support, then they're not really getting anything accomplished. They're like killing 1 or 2 guys per attack, and we are actually shooting down their units because our units have a base anti-air level of like 2, but that's still enough eventually to wear down those planes and bring them to a swift and hopefully deadly conclusion. All right, we have 6 divisions. This is not the best, to be completely honest. Because these 6 divisions, I don't think, can take out these 11 Reading units, can they? Yeah, they have irregulars, though, so irregulars are very bad. Irregulars are indeed very bad. So maybe we can win. Yeah, we can. Okay, great. So we're about to take out Reading. And what I'm hoping is that this is gonna make all these guys stand down and make peace with us. Because if there's an event for Reading to be protected, then I'm guessing there's gonna be an event for Reading being gone, ending the war. But who knows? Who knows? So just to be safe, we're just going to continue the advance. Just to be safe. We're still at war with these guys, so yes. It's good to be safe, I guess. We have 3 corvettes, but the NCR actually has a frigate to start off with, I believe, in terms of Navy. So we need to be kind of careful about what happens with our fleet. And yeah, right. So the NCR got up to Nevada City and Sacramento. So it's not really all that difficult to avoid the NCR being a bit of an issue. So we're, of course, moving up to Chico so that we can have the mountains as a defensive move. Oh, Bella Bella is revolting. That's fine. And once we are in Chico, we're going to try to take Susanville. which is more mountains, and the Shu Empire declared war. This is potentially pretty bad. Because the Shu Empire is sitting right over here. And so, as you can see, they can very, very quickly move their units to do some nasty business. Alright. Well, these 4 divisions are really in a bad position. So let's bring them up. Let's see. I think we can move up our airborne to Susanville. They're relatively quick. And they're going to, you know, be pretty okay at defending the whole area, which is good. Apparently, we just got attacked here, which is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, because we've got this, like, annoying continuous front, right? Oops. This annoying continuous front. And what I want to do is I want to isolate Den so they can defeat them. And if I can defeat them, then we're going to be in a good spot to defeat, hopefully, everyone else. Alright, appears like they've gotten troops up here. And the NCR is counterattacking my units. Please stop. Please stop attacking! Can you stop attacking? Okay, apparently he's not attacking, it's just... Oh, he's actually retreating. Okay. Alright. Well, this is not looking too good. Alright, we need to hold Reading itself now. Because, oh, shit. Alright, good. Good. Because, yeah, that's where my units are retreating. So, no thanks, I don't want it to fall. Still naval engagements. It's just an enemy corvette. That's okay. This is just pretty insane because all of our units are in some way moving or retreating, so it's kind of difficult to keep track of everything. But alright, so at this point it seems like we're going to have to establish essentially a defensive line from Grants Pass to Ukiah, with Reading being like the linchpin. Because this is the most... Ooh, yes, we must address the problem. Please get me some industry. Industry is always good. And war with Reno. Mr. President, we are at war with the mobsters of New Reno. We need to access their lands to launch our attacks. The most obvious path is through the Den. I mean, I'm already at war with Den. I'm just gonna say conquer the Den, but yeah. I'm guessing that there's some event to get you at war with New Reno, and so, you know, yeah. 2 + 2 equals destroy Reno, or destroy Den. Yeah, let's just keep our guys on Reading, because over here we have a pretty massive defensive advantage because of the river. Unfortunately, it seems like the NCR got the province, which is kind of annoying. So the problem is, we're at war with everybody over here, which is annoying. It's very annoying, in fact. Now, we need to find a way to break them. What would be the best way? Well, if we take... they have a connection to San Francisco across the bay, so that's kind of annoying. Now, what if you convoy raid? That should definitely teach them a lesson. Convoy raid. In fact, actually, day and night, please. I'm just kind of trying to think what would be the best course of action at this point. Because definitely the way to go would be an encirclement, but I'm not sure exactly where we can do that. And I was thinking the Sure Empire would be the best way. Can you go from Woodland to Oakland? No, you cannot. Alright, so that's a, like, little bit of a cutoff point, but the problem is they can move from Santa Rosa to San Francisco. So how I'm gonna break that, I do not know. And apparently my units are not really doing anything useful with their convoy rating. Oh, more marauders. That's kind of annoying. Alright, take back Edmonton. That place actually has a factory, if I recall correctly. Yes, it does have factories. So please take it back so that we can have our lovely industrial capacity back. And they have basically troops everywhere. So even like the airborne assault option doesn't really make any sense for us. Attacking Chico is out of the question because that's a mountainous province. So I do not want to risk my units in there. Even the NCR troops are not going to be that strong in the early game. At least, you know, I think they're not going to be. But still, it's better not to risk it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a multi-pronged assault on Woodland. Woodland, I'm guessing, is woods? No, of course it's not, because, hey, why would Americans, like, name things correctly? And we cannot break Woodland either. That's because of the bloody Sure Empire and everybody else piling in to the same place. In fact, this was a pretty heavy defeat for us. How are we going to deal with any of this? Well, our manpower is being stressed. Yes, please. More industry. More industry. This is pretty good. We're getting a ton of resources from our northwestern holdings, which means that we get a lot of these like too many resources events, and the University of Toronto burns down. We get a lot of these too many resources events, which are very useful actually, because they can really tip the scales in your favor. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the amount of Zeppelins I want to build, and build an air base in Ukiah, or, well, yeah, that's 80%, whatchamacallit's infrastructure, so it's pretty important. Alright, and we can also, I believe, yes, that's the clock. Shut up. We can also get some infantry, I believe. Hey, we got Wild Death Claws. What the heck? I didn't even know you could do... Oh, right. I just didn't think that I had the tech for it. I thought that I just had things. Oh, well, I guess, release the Death Claws. This is a lot of IC being pulled into production. But that's fine, because our IC is growing. Alright, where is... I remembered having a place where I could develop, like, with 100%. All right, this is, yeah, I don't want to do that, because there's already way too much IC in here. Like, that's just asking asking to get attacked or something there, and have all your IC being destroyed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build our IC in Anchorage, so that we can still get some extra production. And then I am going to end it right over here. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Next time we're going to reclaim our western coast from the Marauders. We're going to hopefully hold the line, I'm thinking, against this coalition. And we're just going to wait until we can build enough to bomb their cities into the ground, destroy their, homes, and blah blah blah, burn down their villages, and actually no, burn their women and steal their houses and all that. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you soon, and have a nice one.